guys, I hope you're fine. And I picked an interest in the recent election that happened in the US. And of course, many people were thinking US being the ambassador of equality would consider Kamala Harris as the president. But it happened that it could not give her. Now, from the expectation that whoever gets to 271st wins, Trump got the sweeping votes very fast, and it was very clear as people were voting that it could go in for her. And so I was just asking myself, why did Kamala Harris lose? And I've been checking several documents, and of course the key aspect is that the US people wanted an individual who is bringing change, and here the individual who was for change was Donald Trump. Regardless of the change he was proposing, it was change, and Kamala Harris on the other hand could not bring that out. The other aspect is that Donald Trump was able to reach new voters who have never been on the ballot compared to Kamala Harris. As a Democrat, I think she thought that given that in past the Democrats have always gone by ideology, they'll vote. But there is this research I did earlier and realized that the young people are neither Republicans or Democrats. There is something known as liberals coming up. And therefore, these people, sometimes they think based on their ideology at a given time, maybe the economic aspect, the socio, or whichever. So it seems, because if you look at the numbers, the young people came up so much and voted for Trump. Now, look at the women also. They always say women are their own enemies, and maybe that can apply to Kamala Harris. And we saw a lot of energy when Kamala Harris began. And now here women did not vote for her as much, even though she had been talking about the aspect of abortion and all that. It seemed like women look at other aspects too. Even when they are women, they may be thinking about ideologies that are economic security, because Trump was focusing on indicating that he will bring back the security, and he's also going to impose he's going to impose what on the people running business, especially the Chinese companies and all that. Though not a good ideology for the Chinese companies, but that's one of the suggestions he made. And he also, of course, with Trump, he talks about immigrants and he's not very happy with them. And therefore, there were things to do with the documents and all that. Let's see the numbers and how they were, of course. When you look at the numbers, this is what happened. Kamala Harris got 224 votes, while Donald Trump got 277. So you can see that difference is very big when you look at the Electoral College analysis. Now, other statistics, if you look at the different states, this is how it was. And of course, Trump had victorious win in most of them. So which means there was no way they could say, of course, the Republican or Democrats. It was about voting based on maybe other aspects as indicated, demand for change. Another analysis gives us another reason as to why Harris wouldn't win. She had only 90 days to campaign. On the contrary, you know very well that Trump, the last time he lost, he went on with campaigns, of course, and he's been planning very well. So he had 9 years of campaign as compared to Harris. Now, the next reason is, of course, Kamala did not differentiate herself from Biden, and people are tired of the current policies that Biden had, and they were looking for that change. And so when she went on campaigning, she never strategized to come up with her own policies that would actually trigger people to feel like they should vote for her on the aspect of immigration, security, economic growth, and health, among other aspects. She did not come out clearly to show what strategies are going to work for America. I don't just know, but from history, the aspect of stealing is great in many companies, and of course men earning more sometimes than women. Could this be another reason as to why Kamala Harris could not win? It's like even though America talks about equality, they do not believe in it. They doubt that a woman can do it. Yeah. Because even the women themselves, especially white women, could not vote for her. Now, the other challenging analysis is that the Latino and some blacks could not vote for Harris. What was happening here? Because this is one of the areas we are not very clear on why it happened. So, now remember, when Trump was campaigning, he was talking about immigrants, and he has said detention and deportation will be key. So the fact that like a H1, is it H? Those the work permits being given to immigrants can be restricted. The asylums, the fact of going to sign forms on the border while waiting for protection, and having your documents like reviewed after they expire, and so many other policies. He talked against it, and of course he was ready for war and all that, and I think many youth were excited about that. Then I just don't know. There is this time when Trump was shot in the ear, and I do not know whether that also created room for him, because of course some people vote on sympathy. They look at what have you suffered in the process. When you look at Harris, she's not suffered much apart from the propagandas of PDD, which caught both Trump and Harris. So of course it was not something to work for any of them. And of course when it came up, Harris just focused on talking about what she will do for America, and not coming out as an agent of change. So from my analysis, I think I've shared what I think made Harris lose. And considering that last time we had a very strong candidate, female, and who never got it again. But this time round, we looking at many other aspects. I hope the Democrats will go back to the tables and work better in future.